Today we're gonna talk about one use case on the transform element in Salesforce Flow. So we'll be building a real-time Salesforce automation using flows to track the case volume at the account level. And for this use case, we have two types of case. Like there are two record type in the case object, customer case and partner case. And we'll track those count of the cases in the account level. So we'll have two custom fields in the account object like customer case count and partner case count, and we can store the total number of cases based on the cases type. So whenever a new case is getting created and linked to an account, the case having the account while creating the case, then the flow automatically checks the case record type and increments the corresponding count field in the related account, right? So if we are creating a customer case, then the customer case count will be increment by 1 at the account level of the case. And for that use case, we'll be using a transform element to calculate and update related records value efficiently. So this will be a use case on the transform element. I have other two tutorials and a complete guide on transform element as well. I'll be adding that tutorial link in this video description. And for this use case, we'll need two record types that I already created, and let me just show you quickly. And in the case object, I have already created these two record types, customer case and partner case. And in the account level, we'll be needing two custom fields of the data type number, like customer case count and partner case count, that I also created in the account level. And so these are the two custom fields, customer case count and partner case count of the data type number. And finally, we'll be creating one record triggered flow on the case object. So whenever a case is getting created, then we'll be checking the case based on the case record type, and based on that we can update the account level fields value, right? So let me just build the flow from the scratch, and from the quick find we can just go to the setup and we can search for flows. And let me click on the new flow. And in the triggered automation, I will be selecting record triggered flow. So whenever a case will be getting created, then only I'll be update the account level fields. And let me just choose the object as case. And in here, I'm selecting like triggering condition whenever the record is getting created. And the conditional requirements will be the case record should have an account associated, right? So we'll have already have the standard field in the case object account ID. We'll be using that, and is null should be equals to false. So we are checking here, like whenever the case is getting created, it should have an account ID associated. And we can, let me just save this flow, case count. Case count record triggered flow, and let me just save it quickly. So we can use the get records to find the record type ID. So we'll have two record types, right? uh, Customer case and partner case. So we'll be finding the record type information from these two record types, and based on that, in the decision element in the latter in the flow, we'll be checking what is the current record type ID of the current case. We'll be matching with that our get records element. So let me just find the record type information for customer case. Get record type for customer case, and in the Salesforce object, I'll be choosing record type, and in the fielder record type records, I'll be choosing record type name, that is the developer name. It should be customer case. So let me just go to the case record, and let me just copy this record type name, and we'll be just fetching the only the first record. So this is how we can just get the record type information for the customer case. and let me just clone it, copy it for the another record type for partner case. This should be partner instead of customer. Partner case. Now we need the account information of the case. The case is going to be created. So let me just use another get records to get the related account, since we will be updating account level fields, right? So let me just find the account record. So the account ID should be equals to the triggering case record account ID field, right? So this is how we can just find the associated account for the case that is going to be created, and we just want to fetch the only the first record only. And now let me just use our decision element. In here we'll be checking what is the type of the case is going to be created, and based on that we can update the account level fields. Check for case type, and the first one should be customer case type, and the second one would be partner case type. And how we can just find those, like this triggering record, so triggering case record record type id, so record type id should be equals to the record type id of the get records from which we are getting the record type information of the customer case, right? So this should be equals to get customer case dot record type id. So this is how we can find this in this path the case is going to be created is a customer case type. And how we can find the partner case type? As simple as that, like the earlier, like triggering case record type id, this should be equals to partner record type from the partner case dot record type id. So now, so now we just want to keep track of the count of the cases in the account level. So in here, I'll be using a transform element. So transform element, how we can find that? On clicking on this add element, we can just search for the transform element, and I'll be using this transform element. So basically the transform element like allows you to map, convert, restructure data from one or more resources into a target variable. So this was introduced like when winter 24. It significantly like reduces the need for complex loop and assignment element, right? So let me just write the label for transform for customer case, and in the source data I'll be using the get account information, since we are going to update the account level fields. And in the target data, what should we update? We should update a record, and object type should be account. And let me just click on create, and what field we just need to update? Customer case count field we need to update, right? So I'll be map with this field. Now how we can increment the upgrade, increment the field value? So in here, so if I just click on the right side, on the field at the target data, on clicking on it we can find this formula, right? So on clicking on the formula I can just provide a respective formula so that we can just increment the value by 1. So let me just zoom out a little bit, and let me just use this formula, and let me just find the get customer case dot, sorry, not the account dot customer case count field. So I'll be using this one instead this, and let me just delete. So the formula is basically like whenever this field, this customer case count is blank, means there are no values in that field, then we'll simply initialize that field value with 0 and it will be incremented by 1. And if the customer count having a value, then it will be just treated that value and it will just simply increment that field value with the 1. Since we are not initializing the value at the level, so this is how we can utilize the formula. So if we found this customer case count value as blank, then we can just simply initialize it with 0 and it can be incremented by 1. So this is how we can just use this simple formula for this transformation. And after doing that, we just need to update our account record. So I'll just search for update related records. So in here I'll provide the label as update account info, and in here I'll be just adding the how to find to update and their values, update records related to the case so that the record triggered the flow. In here I'll be just simply choosing the account information, right? So in the triggering case I'll be choosing the account information, and in here I just need to update the account level fields. So set the field values for the account record. In here I'll be just choosing the targeted field value like customer case count, and the value should be the response we are getting from the transform element. So I'll be just search for this transform for customer case, and in here I'll be just providing the customer case count field. I'll just choose. So this is how we can just simply update the field value. So we are using for this use case specific, we are using this transform element, but instead we can use the simple Salesforce formula as well. But for the use case, I'm just using this transform element, and let me just do it for the another path, partner case type. So let me just do it for it, and let me just copy, and we just need to update the formula in here. Instead of the customer case count, let me just, okay, let me just delete the mapping. We just need to map with partner case count, and in here we just need to update the formula. Let me just provide the formula in here, and instead of this one I'll be using the partner case count field. Partner, and let me update in here as well. And now we are just good to go. And if we just need any formula related assistant, we can just simply click on this magic icon and we can just update our respective formula as well in the transformation. So that is the part of the generative AI Einstein use of the generative AI for the formulas. We can use the formula assistant, but we are now good to go with this formula. Let me just check the syntax, and let me just go to the mapping, and let me just update the update triggering record for partner case. So as simple as that, we can find the respective related account information by selecting the update records related to the case record that triggered the flow, and in here we just need to update the account field like partner case count, right? And in here we just need to use the transform for partner case count. And let me just save the flow, and let me just debug it for a case record. So let me just choose this one, and let me just click on run. And we can see that partner case count earlier, probably for this case there was some value for the field, that is why it incremented by 2, and we are just getting the updated information here. So let me just activate the flow and show you this test in the real time. Okay, let me just choose an account for which we don't have any values. Let me just choose this Greenwich Media. For this case, we don't have any default value as well for the customer case count and partner case count field. So let me just create the cases for this. On clicking on this new, we can just find these two types of the case we can just create, like customer case and partner case. I'll be choosing customer case, and let me just provide the required case values here. Let me just provide the subject customer support case 1, and let me just save. So account level we should be receive the updation, and here we can see that this customer case count value got updated by 1. And if I just show you another record in which the values are there already, like for this Live Entertainment Corporation, in here we can see there are like, okay, this is okay, for this American Banking Corp there are some values for this the fields. Let me just create cases for the partner account, for this partner case for this account. And if I just provide the first partner case, and we can see that partner case count is also getting updated. And let me just check for our first account like Greenwich Media. If I create another customer case, second customer case, and it's getting updated correctly. So we have seen that, like for based on the case type, we can just update the fields at the account level using the transform element. So that's all for today's demo. So we received this use case from our subscriber, so thanks to Nitesh for that. So I'll be uploading more tutorials and tutorials on Omni Studio and Data Cloud topics, so please stay tuned. And if you like this video, please do like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.